Chapter 10, Sold, Take a Shot. The background behind Sold, Take a Shot. Originally, Sold was meant to be my first single released in the States because it was the first song I actually wrote and recorded in DC. I had just moved to the nation's capital and had established myself as a street performer, or busker, which I knew would lead to gigs and other opportunities eventually. Regardless, I just wanted to make people smile with my music in the morning. One morning, after my normal 6:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. busking session, I was standing in line at the bank, dollar bills counted and ready to be deposited, when a gentleman behind me asked if I was a musician, as I was holding a guitar. Yes. We got into a conversation, and he informed me that he had a connection who was a big hotshot A&R for a large label based in Los Angeles who was looking for new talent to sign. Might I be interested? Yes. And the subsequent phone calls and texts began. Who was I? What were my goals and ambitions? How dedicated was I? What were my accomplishments and accolades thus far? Did I have my electronic press kit, like a musician's resume, ready and accessible? Who was my photographer? Who was my producer? Would I be open to working with other producers? How far was I willing to go for my dream? This entire process dragged on for a few months until finally he was coming to DC for the Baltimore Jazz Festival, and he wanted to meet me. The kicker, however, happened just before I met with him. Send me some more pictures of you, but this time they need to be naked photos of you, so I can see if you're marketable. And if all that works out, come meet me in my hotel room at 11 p.m. tonight so we can work out an agreement. I was furious and embarrassed. I ghosted him. The songwriting process for Sold, Take a Shot. Mortified and angry, I took my sorry ass out on a me date to an underground spoken word and poetry night run by a local organizer, Spit Dat. I was invited to perform a couple of songs on my guitar, and it went well, but the last performer for the evening was a black lesbian by the name of Erica B. She took the stage and started painting a vivid picture of what it's like to be gorgeous, black, gay, and constantly objectified by men trying to turn her straight. I'm not a piece of meat for you to cut with your hungry eyes, she cried out defiantly. That line stuck with me. The entire poem stuck with me. The next day, I was on the train on my way to perform for the DC court as part of their Black History Month celebrations, and I ruminated about the A&R guy while turning over Erica B's words in my head. Lay me down on your platter, like a feast for your eyes. Every line and every mutter severs like a knife. By the end of my train ride home, I had finished my lyrics completely and, serendipitously, had a recording session booked the next day with the intention of working on a collaborative track with my friend Tony B. I had never met Flightboy before, but Tony B had seen me busking for months and was often telling me that we needed to work together on a track. I had avoided committing to anything up until that point. I barely knew the cat, but our session had finally arrived. I called Tony when I got home from the courthouse and told him I had a song for the next day. Last minute, but hey, magic seldom asks for an invitation. So the following day, we spent 14 hours in the studio, laying down my vocals and guitar and writing lyrics from scratch for Tony B to spit in the bridge. It was perfect. How Sold, Take a Shot saved me. Sold reminded me first and foremost how important it is to stick to your guns. It's an intensely feminist song, but I discovered that when you are unapologetically and authentically you, your tribe will automatically answer your call. This was my first time meeting my producer, Flightboy Music, and the energy that we created that day in the studio was simply perfect. I'm a huge believer that no matter what the issue is that you're trying to address, diversity in voice makes an impact. Being a female singing about feminism is one thing, but when she's backed by the voice and rhetoric of a man, it just adds a whole new dimension of persuasion. Your vibe attracts your tribe, and feminism is an everybody issue. Activity. Have you ever been deduced down to the labels you've been given and treated unfairly as a result? Whether it's down to your genitalia, ethnicity, career path or job, or religion, society has an interesting way of treating us based on these parts of ourselves. What would be the top 5 things you'd like to say in response to those people? Remember, the way we treat ourselves is an indication.
Lay me down on your platter, like a feast for your eyes. Every rhyme and every monster severs like a knife. Is it the juice that makes me sweeter? Do you like the portion size? What's the use of trying to reason when I'm a body with no mind?
Nah, you need a portrait for yourself. Mirror on the wall and a portrait for yourself. Loosen all your screws with the oil on your shelf until the pain comes down and you're quiet to spell.
Daughter, I'm somebody's child. I'm taking no prisoners. Oh, this is my life. I'm somebody's angel. Don't push me too far. The blood of self-conviction. You've shown who you are. Bring me down with your judgment. It's for my own good. I don't need no validation. Collect my own wood. When your juice turns into poison, I recognize the game. What's the use of trying to reason when I'm a body to be shamed?
Nah, you need a portrait for yourself. Mirror on the wall and a portrait for yourself. Loosen all your screws with the oil on your shelf until the pain comes down and you're quiet to spell.
Somebody's daughter, I'm somebody's child. I'm taking no prisoners. Oh, this is my life. I'm somebody's angel. Don't push me too far. The blood of self-conviction. You've shown who you are.
Yeah, you keep pushing, you keep looking. Read between them lines and keep booking. But I'm something important, become fraudulent. And sell ticks like Boston. Be a big winner, maybe dream like a sinner. Boy, I'm lean like a dinner. Cold shoulder, I push past it this winter. And when I finish, I'ma lean forward like a sprinter. Haters probably in the background looking funny. People without talent, the ones getting the money. Better believe Sonny, intelligent, way clever. And I ain't selling out, no, I'm trying to sell records. So they try and check you out like investigators. You keep your body on point, who's your regulator? They ain't that major. Tell them fuck the paper.